Hey everybody, good morning. I'm Kendra and this is my channel, and if you've never been here before, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome. I have a very small grocery haul, but I bet it wasn't small. I was going to tell you the total, but somebody skittered off with the receipt. So, I have here, I didn't go out, this was a bring in from one of the kids, 5 nanners and a box of fire roasted tomato and olive oil Triscuits. You know what? Everybody here likes these except me. I like wheat thins better than Triscuits. They're kind of, to me, well, they were the 80s. Triscuits and, yeah. So, then we have party-sized Tim's Cascade style, and they're sea salt and vinegar. Extra thick and crunchy. No, those are safe with me as well. And then we have a Hickory Farms summer sausage. That looks like it would be good. And we have some Ritz crackers. Are they the football? Sometimes they have them in that style, you know? No, these are just round ones. They're saying eat them while you watch football. Seahawks won again last night. That was nice. I was very sad and scared to see Jaden, I can't remember his last name, not one of the Hawks, the other team, get that arm injury. Ugh, their quarterback. Anyway, enough about football. Cheese heads, string cheese. We have one pack already in the fridge, but these are really, really popular here. You can't eat one without being mauled by poodles here either, because it's their favorite as well. So, you have to see this first. See that? It hasn't been used. I opened to look at it, but it hasn't been used. And they didn't know. And they bought one too. So we're in it. It's supposed to be a cold, snowy winter. That'll be fancy for that. And then there's 2 jars of Rayo's, or Rao's, I say Rayo's, Alfredo, and that's going to be tasty. I was going to make chicken Alfredo with broccoli, you know, that'll be tasty. And then the first eggnog of the season. This is Twin Brook Creamery, family farm since 1918 in Linden, Washington. Close to nature, close to you. And it is, did I even say what it was? It's eggnog. Yeah, there we go. Let's turn this label around. Eggnog, yes. We should take a still of that picture because it's pretty good. I think we should only have 1 bottle until after Thanksgiving so nobody gets sick of it by the time it's Christmas Eve. Okay, I have more coming. I just wanted to show you this. I'll try to get you that total. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I think I already did a little piece, a starter, so you may get 2 good mornings. So I won't make this long. I'm watching somebody make a really affordable struggle meal pizza from scratch out of pretty much nothing, and I'm gonna have to try this. My husband would be so thrilled with it. I know he would. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, I wanted to share with you about maybe something you haven't heard. It's a nationwide recall, and it's on pre-made meals, deli sides, and some other things. So let me tell you, so it started a few months back, but it is continuing for whatever reason, because it's, I imagine, still in people's freezers, some of these things. But so far, there are 6 dead and 25 hospitalized. It's over listeria. So it first came about just at Trader Joe's market, and so that was the initial. But now, you know, it's Albertsons, Safeway, deli pasta deals, Kroger, Walmart. Kroger is also Fred Meyer. I know it's some other names in other areas of the country. So just Google that, because there's so many links to it that I'm not going to include it, I don't think. But one of the deaths, I hope that they're including this, was a woman who was expecting, and she did get listeria, was traced back to the recalled foods, and she lost her pregnancy over it. And I don't know how far along she was. Not that it matters to mother or father, but you know, that's quite a deal when you lose your baby over something you ate. Okay, so also in news today, Dick Cheney has passed away. He was 84 years old. He was a character and a half. I think that the best thing I ever did was watch, I think it was on one of the free movie channels you can get, you know. I watched the story of his life, and I don't remember what it was called. It was like a docudrama kind of, you know. Anyway, they went through when he was in the academy to go into the military until he was working in the White House and that kind of thing. So if you don't know who Dick Cheney was, he was a staunch Republican, a husband, a father to 2 daughters. They're, of course, grown now. The biggest thing you may have heard, if you are of a certain age, that happened with him was a hunting trip with other buddies in Texas. I think it was in 2002. And nobody was killed. Nobody was, you know, it was cool. I mean, it wasn't cool, but it was not that bad. They were shooting. They were hunting quail. You know, quail are those little tiny chicken-looking things. And if you scare them out of the brush, they hide out in the grass if they live in the wild. They will fly for a certain distance. They're not real big. Anyway, you eat them. So he shot to somebody maybe, or he shot to clear some quail, and they all flew up. And so I think, if I remember right too, he was already in the back seat of the car, stuck the rifle out the window and shot at one of the quail, but hit a buddy in the backside, the keister, the arse, if you know what I mean. So everybody was okay, and I'm sure years later they had a giggle about it. But because it was an elected official that shot another person, it was a big deal on the news. I told my husband, not my husband, I told one of my kids on the way out to work this morning, because he works for the federal government. And I said, hey, you need to know this. Do you know who Dick Cheney is? Because this kid was born in 1999. I said, you need to know a little bit. He goes, I know everything about Dick Cheney. He's really smart. He goes, yeah, I know. And you know what happened during the, time he was in the White House? And there was more. There was political important stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get done with saying all of this. And then he made a joke, and I cannot remember what it was. It wasn't about the shooting. It was the accidental shooting. It was about something else, and I just thought it was so funny. Anyway, I feel for his wife and his daughters and their loss. That's, bad to lose the husband and father, the patriarch of your family. He was whatever, position you have, someone who served. Gosh, I can't remember who he served under now. See, my son would know after I stopped him and said, you need to know this. Okay. Anyway, what I have today is... Oh, and here's one last thing. He would never have gotten this far. Never. If it hadn't been his supportive wife. We ladies can make or break our husbands, and that is fact. Okay. Now, those of you that haven't left yet, here's my weekly menu and my sister shout out. Let me put this here so you don't see who she is yet. All right. So it's for November 4th to the 10th. Today's the 4th. And chicken fettuccine with a toss salad. And I'm going to make a peanut butter pie, which I have never made. I thought it looked and sounded good, and I thought I'd have a try. So Wednesday, tomorrow, we're going to do ham sliders with cheese. Just you put them in the oven and they kind of... And we're going to serve it with chips. So it has, I wrote buns, ham, cheese. And I'm going to make a little fruit salad just out of canned fruit, Maybe some throw-ins. Maybe some chopped pecans, some coconut. I'm not sure. Trying to bulk this up. Then on Thursday, always and forever and ever here, Thursday will be a no-cook Thursday. The boys go out, they bring in, or they eat leftovers. I do whatever I want that day. I do what I want. All right. Friday, French dip subs. I must be on a sandwich kick here. French dip subs with, this was a special request from one of the kids, beef, peppers, cheese, onions on a toasted bun, a sub. Okay. And then Saturday, firecrackers, not the crackers, but a firecracker is a, you can have it as an appetizer, but it's going to be kind of an appetizer dinner. We got a college ball on Saturday. It's a low-key day. The kids sleep in because nobody works on Saturday, typically. So firecrackers, they're beef, and dip, and it'll be a spicy dip. And deviled eggs and raw veggies cut. What do you call those? Crudites? I call them chopped veggies with dip. And some cookies of some kind. Don't know what. Finally, we come to Sunday, which is the last day, and it's going to crock pot and marry me chicken. It's got pasta, chicken, cheese, maters, you know. And I didn't put it down, but I imagine that there will be some sort of a homemade, we'll see, homemade bread. I have a bread machine that I haven't used in 5 years, and it is almost 30 years old. So we'll see how it works. I may just, all right, she wants to get under where my feet are. Go on. Go on. Get under there. Okay. She's such a baby. She's my hip baby. Like always on my hip. All right. Now we go to Sister Shoutout, a godly home. Speak of Sister Shoutout, a godly home. Here's Melanie's Pizza right now. Melanie's channel is full of variety. I love her channel, but it's always faith-based. She's a strong Christian. She's married. She has one son who's grown, and she enjoys to do how-tos, collabs. This one that I showed you the picture, it is a struggle meal collab. She put that pizza together out of basically not a whole lot. I bet you it cost, I don't know, under $4. She used leftovers and flour, salt, yeast, water to make the crust. Anyway, she does collabs, cooking, gardening, and the Lord. She's open, she's friendly, and you will like her as much as I do. Go on over there and check Melanie out if you like, and say hi. Just check out the pizza video, if nothing, you know. I think I want to do this one of these days soon. At least with the crust to make something else. We'll see. The pizza just looks so good. Maybe I'm hungrier than usual because I'm going on and on about it, but it really does look good. So what she did was she put cheese, pineapple, bacon, and onions. And now I'm not a huge pineapple pizza fan, but I'll eat it. But I'm more of, you know, your pepperoni, bell pepper, mushroom kind of gal. But I'd eat that. I would eat that in a heartbeat. That one's mine. What are you having? Okay, I'll let you guys go. If you've never thought to like, comment, subscribe, this is a good time to do it. I love to meet new people, and I am a chatter in real life, in YouTube, in everything. Chat, chat, chat. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.